Hey guys, Eric at SoCal Cigars. Hope you're having an awesome day. I know I'm having an awesome day, but I'm going to talk about something today that isn't so awesome. It's when you damage one of your cigars. I don't know if you've done it. I know I've done it. I know a lot of people do it. Last time I did this, is I'd gotten a cigar from a cool little shop down in Newport Beach with my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. Picked up a cool little cigar and literally dropped it about, I don't know, maybe a foot and a half. I was literally sitting in a chair, dropped it onto carpeting. And sure enough, it got some cracks in it. So here's the problem. When you get cracks in the outside wrapper of the cigar, sometimes it makes it a little bit hard to get a good draw because it sucks in a little bit of air from that spot. But not to panic, there is a way to fix a cigar. And that's what I want to show you today. It's actually extremely simple, extremely quick, very easy to do. So we're going to go upstairs. I'm going to take a cigar that I have that actually has a little crack on the end that's actually made a little right turn and is cracking a little more. So the key on this is I want to keep it from getting worse. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to repair that little crack so that you can go ahead and do that on your cigars. And again, trust me, it's really easy. I'll show you upstairs what you need to do and what you need to have to get this done. So let's cruise up there now and get this started. Okay, so here's what you need to repair a cigar that has been damaged. First, you need a damaged cigar. So if you want to look here, let's see if we can find it. Okay, so maybe it's better to look at it this way. So as you can see, the very tip of this thing is kind of coming up. See that? So all I really want to do is I'm going to make a paste that's similar to a paste that they use to make the cigars in the first place to stick together. They use sometimes a starch based, but this is fruit pectin. So this is a brand called Sure-Jell, and it says premium fruit pectin. This is basically the original. It's got no flavor to it. Okay. The key on this is that it is safe to consume and it's safe to use to mend a cigar. In other words, when you smoke it, it's not going to cause you any problems. Okay. A little tiny dish, and we're going to use this as an applicator. Okay, so all we're going to do, open our Sure-Jell, and we're going to just pour a tiny bit. You don't need very much at all. All we're really going to do is make like a little tiny paste. So I'm just going to pour a little tiny bit in this. Okay, that's all we really need. We don't need much at all. And then we need a little distilled water, and we're just going to put enough in to make a little bit of a slurry of this. So the goal isn't to make this too much of a paste. It's got to be pretty thin because you want it to kind of soak in. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my broken cigar apart. See if I can get you guys to see that pretty well. I'm going to get a little bit of this pectin. I'm just going to start kind of painting this on. See, some people try to get it underneath there. Kind of like a glue to kind of seal it back down. I'm trying to get it so that it kind of seals that seam up down on the side here, because that seems to be what's going to cause me a problem. I'm going to squirt a little more water in here. Make this a little looser. Okay, and then we're going to continue to paste a little bit on like this. Okay, so that kind of sealed up that crack. Okay, so that's really all you're going to do. I'm not going to worry too much about the end, because as you can see, the end is going to light up pretty quick. What I really wanted to stop was that continued crack that was a little bit farther down. Okay, and that's really all you have to do. It's pretty simple. So what we'll do is let this dry, and then we'll go smoke it and see if this little repair holds. We are back downstairs, and we have made the repair on the cigar, and I've given it a little time to dry. In fact, I have it with me. It looks a little shiny. Hopefully, let's see if you can get an eyeball on this thing. See if the camera can get it. It's actually almost hard to tell. All you can really see is, see how there's a little bit of a shiny spot right there? That's where that repair was made. And as you can see, you really can't even tell. I mean, it pretty much repaired it completely. So, not bad. The key, and it looked, like I said, it looks a little bit wet, but it's actually very dry. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut this sucker, and let's see how it works out. I'm actually going to straight cut. This is actually a cool cutter. Zederkoff. I'll link this to in the description below. I normally do a V-cut, but actually I kind of wanted to try this one. This is a cool little serrated edge cutter. Makes a nice little cut. Nice and flat. Do a pre-draw. Feels good. Okay, I'm going to also show you a new lighter I got. It's thanks to my brother-in-law, showed me his, so of course I had to get one myself. But it is the Vector Icon, and if you notice, it's really cool. You flip this up, and it's lights up here, and you just touch it, and it automatically fires the igniter 3 times for you. So it's a sensor touch lighter. Really bitchin', triple torch that all kind of aim into one spot. So we're gonna go ahead and toast this foot. Notice I'm toasting the foot. There's no issues with having repaired this cigar. Okay. Get a little pull through that thing. A little blowout. Gonna go ahead and hit this one more time and actually light. Again, I'll link this below too. It's really cool lighter. I was so pissed at him. He showed me the lighter. I'm like, really, dude? Now I've got to get one. Anyway, back to the topic at hand is repairing this cigar. So I'm getting no draw issues. It's drawing just fine. So the only thing I'm going to caution you on is that, see where I fixed it, you can see that you can still probably see that it's a little bit shiny in that spot. If you notice, it's not burning there as well. So that's one thing that's probably going to happen to you as well, is that where you do make these repairs, you're going to probably get a little bit of tunneling, or on this, almost the opposite effect, where it's actually leaving a little bit of it. So you may have to just touch that up, because it's going to burn underneath. So in the end, it's going to burn through, no problem. But you may just have to do a few touch-ups on it. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Touch this up. Just right there, where I made the repair. So it's just got a little bit of that fruit pectin, which is maybe a little bit harder to burn. But again, the cigar is fine. It's drawing fine. I'm not getting any air leaks. Even from heating it up, it's probably hard to tell, but you can see it's not popped open. It stayed sealed. So that's the good thing about that fruit pectin, is that it goes on kind of goopy, but once it dries, it's literally like paste you use as a kid in school, like on construction paper. You know, once that stuff lays down and dries, it may look a little shiny, but man, it's good to go. It's not coming apart. So, you know, definitely was able to repair this cigar. Like I said, I think the only issue you're going to see, like I'm seeing a little bit, is it's where that cigar was repaired. You're going to have a little bit of a burn issue. But again, if you've got a cigar you love, you know, like me, you know, from other videos, I got a few from Denmark. Now I can't get any more. You know, if I dropped one of those, I would be really bummed out, and I would be really stoked I could fix it. And we're only talking, I think that fruit pectin was literally like 99 cents. It was like $1. And then distilled water you should already have anyway, because you should be using that for your humidification. and Q-tips in a container. So really, the only thing you're going to have to go buy is the fruit pectin, and again, it's $1. And as you can see, how much I used to repair this cigar, I could probably pretty much have that for a lifetime, and never have to buy more. And again, I'm getting zero flavor from it because I'm burning right into it now. It's still burning good. It's starting to catch up a little bit. I mean, as you can see, it's still hanging towards the front where that fruit pectin is, because I think it's causing the burn to slow down there. But it's not a real problem. And again, by the time I'm down to here, I'll be past that burn problem anyway. And again, if you're also, a lot of times you're not fixing a big cut like that either. Sometimes you'll just get like a little nick or a little flake in a spot, and you just paint right over it. And it's just tiny, tiny, tiny spot. It'll burn right through that. You won't even know the difference. But again, I've repaired my cigar. It didn't have to, what I really didn't want to do, because you got to think, I repaired it down to about here. I would have been cutting off, if I wanted to get past that damaged point, I would have probably cut off almost a quarter of my cigar, which I didn't want to do. And again, like I was saying, if you've got a cigar that means something to you, or it's expensive, and you accidentally bump it on something or drop it, or the way you maybe threw it in your pocket to go somewhere and maybe didn't have the cello on it, and it got a little damaged, I just think it's something in your cigar arsenal that you need to know how to do, is to just make a minor repair on the outer wrapper of the cigar. I think it'll come in handy in a situation like this one, and especially if it's a cigar that you value or spent quite a bit of money on. It would really suck to have because luckily for me, this is up at the tip by the foot. If it was down in the middle, I'm not going to cut my, I could have, maybe it was a $30 like Atabay. I'm not going to cut that cigar in half and trash half the cigar. I'm going to want to fix it. And I've also seen where if it is like a hole, like you're missing the wrapper, you can take a little bit from the end of another cigar, because it's not going to be that big a deal towards the end, and you could actually make like a patch. So that's another thing you can do. Keep that in mind, that you can actually patch it if that cigar wrapper piece was actually missing. Because as you saw in my repair, all I had to do was kind of lift it up, paste underneath it, stick it down, coat it over the top. Nothing was missing. I had all the cigar wrapper to work with. But don't panic if it's missing, because you can make your own little cigar wrapper patch from another cigar, from the end of it. So anyway, I just wanted to show you this because I think it's really useful. I know that I've seen people that have had a damaged cigar, and they're totally pissed off and bummed and like, oh man, I can't believe it, this is going to ruin my smoke. Nah, not necessarily. It's going to be okay. It's a good cigar. I got to remember what this is. Anyway, as you can see too, it's catching up. It's not continuing to burn too low, or hang back. It's getting better, and I'm about halfway through my repair, and it's look at the ash. It's burning fairly well for having something that's impeding the burn process. Really not that bad. Yeah. Awesome. I'm stoked. Fixed cigar, no problem. 99 cents. And probably could fix every cigar I ever damaged for the rest of my life with that one package. So not a bad deal. And again, like I said, I'll link my new Vector Icon lighter, which I just get a damn kick out of it. I think that's awesome. I love the technology. And I will also link this it's Zederkoff, if I'm pronouncing it right. Anyway, this is a pretty cool cutter. As you can see, it's actually got serrated edges on it instead of like a straight blade. It's actually pretty cool, and it cuts pretty nice, and it's a nice gunmetal. And on the lighter, I actually got the matte black, but there's gloss black, gunmetal. There's red, orange, or iridescent, like multicolored one. There's another one was the yellow, the gunmetal, black, matte black, gloss black. Oh, they also had the black that was almost like a texture to it. And there was another color too. But if you go to Vector's website and look up their Icon series sensor touch lighters, you can see all the different options. And it comes with a little USB plug, so you actually charge the lighter through a USB charger or even your computer. So anyway, I'll link all that below so you have access to that. At least you can go take a look and see if it's something you want to do as well. But you can see I'm almost past it. It's just still keeping that little bit hanging back, but not bad. It's a good cigar. I'll have to remember what this is. Sorry, it was laying loose in the top of my one of my drawers, and I saw the crack. I'm like, oh, I could actually repair that, and I'll show you guys how to do it. So, unfortunately, I can't remember what the cigar is, but it's really good. That's a shame. So, anyway, I hope this is interesting to you. I hope this is useful to you. I really like to do videos that you can really get something out of, rather than just, you know, thinking of something random to do. I want to really do things where you're going to take something away from it, going, oh, that's really cool. I can actually apply that to my own cigar, world. And so I think that's always a good video for me to produce. So you can actually walk away with something useful and salvage one of those wounded warriors that are laying in your humidor. Anyway, hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I hope you guys are able to repair a cigar now and not have to toss it. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day, and go grab a stick and fire that sucker up and chill and relax. And for me, I'm doing this on a Saturday. It's a beautiful weekend day, or beautiful, a little blue sky action going on, and a little breeze. It's awesome. That's what it's all about. So go grab yourself a stick, go outside, even if it's cold out, bundle up, do whatever you got to do. Just get out in nature, enjoy that cigar, and just chill. All right? I'll see you on the next video.